What's up, YouTubers? Jonny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a complete radiator flush on your car's cooling system. If you guys are new to my channel, do me a favor, click the subscribe and the notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so it's a good idea to flush your system when you're going to go ahead and change out your radiator fluid, especially when it's really mucked up and dirty. First thing we're going to do on a cold engine is we're going to go ahead and unscrew the radiator cap. Then we're going to put a pan or a bucket underneath our radiator. Then it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little drain on the bottom of your radiator or on the side. It's a little tiny thing. I'll show you guys a picture real quick. You just unscrew it until it starts to drain. We're just going to let that drain all the way out. Then we're just going to snug down that petcock by hand. We're all done draining. Check out the fluid. It's pretty mucky and brown. It's a good idea to do this flush when it's really mucked up like that. Now this is the radiator flush we're going to be using by Prestone. Just give it a nice little shake. They have different brands of this. This is just the one I happen to get up. I'll put links down in the description to this and the other tools and stuff I'm using. Okay, so then we're just going to carefully pour that into our radiator right here where the radiator cap is. Don't pour it into the overflow. You want to take your radiator cap and pour it directly into the radiator. The whole bottle. If you had a really big truck or something that had a huge radiator, you'd want to use 2 of these bottles. Then we're going to fill the rest of the radiator up with water. It's best to use distilled water, but for this first flush you could probably get away with just using hose water. We're just going to fill up the radiator until it comes all the way to the top. Okay, once it's filled up, we're just going to go ahead and put our radiator cap on good and tight. And now this has 2 different methods of flushing. You can either do a 10-minute flush on your system, or you can do a few hour driving flush. That means you're going to drive your car as normal for around 3 to 6 hours, maybe over the course of a week, then flush it out. You want to do the heavy duty flush if it's really mucked up. But for today, we're just going to be doing the 10-minute flush because it's not too bad. Now we're going to go ahead and start up the engine. And we're going to put on our heater, and we're going to put the fan on full blast. What that's going to do is circulate all the fluid through our system. We're just going to leave it running with the heater on for 10 minutes now. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. We can go ahead and shut it off. Now we're going to slide our bucket back underneath the radiator. Now we're going to have to open that petcock down on the radiator again. It's best to wait a couple minutes because it's going to be really hot. You don't want to burn yourself. Once you've got it opened and draining, you can go ahead and carefully crack loose the radiator cap. That'll help it drain out faster. Okay, then once it's done dripping, we're going to go ahead and close that petcock just like we did before. Now we can pull out our bucket and check it out. Wow, it's really dark. Looks like it cleaned out a lot of gunk. Now we're going to fill back up the radiator with water. Now this is the important part where you want to add distilled water. Distilled water because it doesn't have any minerals that will build up on your radiator. So get some distilled water if you can. We're just going to fill up the radiator all the way. Put our radiator cap on just like we did before. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to run it for another 10 minutes with the heater on full blast. 10 minutes is up, we'll shut it down. Then we're going to do the same thing yet again. Put our pan under it and drain it out. Now while that final drain is draining, what you can do is, this is optional, but it's a good idea to do, is you're going to want to remove your coolant reservoir tank. It's usually held in by 1 or 2 bolts. And then you're going to just want to dump out any coolant that's in it in your bucket and wash it out with your hose. I cleaned this one up. It's pretty stained though. Alright, we'll pull out the rest of our fluid and we're going to close our petcock for the last time. Alright, now we're going to want to fill up the radiator fluid with coolant. Get extended life coolant. That'll last the longest. And you're also going to want to get concentrate, not the 50-50. Because remember, we have all that water in our block and in our engine. So we're going to want to use concentrate so that when we get our full diluted mixture, it'll be 50-50. We want 50% water, 50% coolant in the our final product. So we're just going to slowly do this one. Check your owner's manual for your capacity for your radiator. This one takes about 2 quarts or so. So I'm just going to put this full concentrate gallon in and then top it off with water. You're also going to want to check your owner's manual for the type of coolant your car takes. I know some Asian model cars take certain coolants as well as European models. This one I'm using today is just taking a universal coolant, which works on all cars, but some manufacturers are more specific about their coolants, especially if your car is new and under warranty. So now I'm just going to top it off with water after I'm done with that full gallon. And look, it's just taking a little bit of water. We're also going to want to top off our coolant reservoir tank, and you're just going to fill that up to the cold fill line. There should be a cold and a hot line, and just fill it up to the cold line since the engine's not warmed up with this fresh coolant. Once we've got it topped off, then we're going to put the radiator cap on. Now we're just going to let the engine run like we did with the heater on. What that's going to do is circulate our new coolant and mix it with the water. Then what you can do is just top off the radiator with your antifreeze mix or your water while it's running this final time. It's going to suck some down when it opens up the thermostat, see? Now after about 10 minutes or so, we can shut it off. Put our radiator cap back on. Now for the next few days, you're going to want to keep an eye on your radiator and your overflow tank, and you're going to probably need to top it off within a few days because it's going to suck it back down. But that's pretty much it, guys. That is how to flush your radiator. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please do me a favor and subscribe and click the notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Thanks for watching Jonny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself, guys. Take care.